Yo, man, what's going on, y'all boys and girls, man? Y'all know what time it is, man. Today, we have another crazy reaction video, man. You know by the title and the thumbnail, you already know what to expect, man. Stop underestimating the kid, because you already know when you come in to watch my video reactions that it's go get lit. But before we get into anything, man, make sure that y'all boys give this video a huge thumbs up. I'm telling y'all right now, and I don't got time to keep repeating myself, all right? Hit that like button, man. Like I'm telling y'all, it helped me out. Like I'm doing the hardest work, you know, and y'all helping me out, of course. But if y'all want to really show me some love and support, man, all it takes is one thumbs up, and it will literally make my entire day. It will make a big difference, and a lot of y'all don't know that. Like, that's just how things work with YouTube. These videos are for entertainment purposes only, man. You know, my reactions is just for entertainment purposes, so I don't want to push any buttons or hurt anybody's feelings, if you know what I'm saying. But also, if y'all want a chance for a shout out in my next video, man, make sure to send me some videos to Discord. It will be linked in the description and also will be pinned in the comments, man. Let's go ahead and let's get it, and let's go ahead and let go.
Hidden information about Dr. Martin Luther King?
You know Dr. King survived the shooting on the balcony?
Yeah. What?
Dr. King got to the, you got to read the book, bro. I got the audio book of iTunes.
Yeah.
This is William Pepper, the white lawyer.
On the way to,
who sued on behalf of the King family and won in court, proving that the FBI killed King, not James Earl Ray. Well, this is his last book because he wrote two others, Orders to Kill and An Active State. This is the plot to kill King. He says that King survived the shooting. Guess what happened? Dr. King gets to the hospital. You got to know how wicked white. Dr. King gets to the hospital. A white nurse says she was ordered by the attending physician to get out. She's walking out the room where Dr. King is laying, and she hear people spitting. She turns around, and the doctor, who we found out later was the family physician for the Memphis, Tennessee Italian Mafia family.
Wow.
Who participated in the setup for the King's death. The Mafia is a pro-government organization.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay?
For people who don't know.
The FBI agents and this white doctor were spitting on Dr. King, and the doctor took a picture and she saw it and suffocated Dr. King.
Wow.
And he also confirms that Jesse Jackson is the one who switched Dr. King's hotel room from the bottom floor to the second floor so they can have an early shot.
I heard about that.
And he stood to the side.
Yeah, the guy was like, yeah.
Hidden information about Dr.
Wow. That is wild. So I heard about Dr. King potentially, you know, being set up in that situation with the whole assassination attempt and how he got set up, and then when he got to the hospital, they, you know, took his life. But I had no idea that the lawyer went to court and won the case. And this is not nothing that is proudly broadcasted. This was more than an assassination. This was honestly intentional attempt with the government. He said the Italian mafia, y'all knew back then, man, the Italian mafia was different. They ran, and they literally ran. And the fact that Dr. King survived it, they got pictures of him in the hospital, he chilling, and the fact that he still passed away for somebody else, that is crazy. And why didn't this broadcaster go viral, or why are we not learning about this in school? Only thing we learned about was, oh, Dr. King passed away because he got assassinated, and he passed away on his way to the hospital. Why didn't they go into detail about saying who was it that suffocated him? Oh, the lawyer won a case. That's why I be telling y'all, man, they need to update our school history books, because the only thing that's in our school history books is oppression. It start with slavery and end with Dr. King. Things like that, I had a dream speeches, bro. We don't care about that no more. We want to know the truth about what happened to Dr. King. Put that in the books. And they was out for him, and not even just him, his own people there. Jesse. But he stood to the side just so it can happen, and switched the hotel room and all this so they can have a clear shot. And they won this in court. That is wild, man. Shout out to that lawyer, because a lot of people would have never done stuff like that. And I'm positive they tried to pay that lawyer off too. Like, look, man, we give you some money. We got money to take him out. He's starting a revolution. And it's just sad, man. R.I.P. to Dr. King, man. Truly inspirational. That just made me have a lot more, like, you know, growing up in an era where I really didn't get to witness the speeches of Dr. King and just really watch him as a grade. You really don't grasp what really went on. You see what I'm saying? Like, you will watch this and you will look and you will be like, oh, I don't want to do this stuff. They make it not fun to learn. You got to do homework and 13 quizzes and tests. Like, why I got to do this test to really learn? Like, make it fun so we can honestly consume it and accept the energy. But instead, they making it difficult for us to learn and then not really want to learn it, so we don't really enjoy it. This stuff, honestly, if I would have learned this in high school, it would have made me really read and learn more on it. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, yeah, this definitely woke me up, man. This definitely woke me up 100%. Do I have anybody alive right now that watch my videos when this Dr. King situation happened? Please comment it down below.
But they're looking at everybody else right now to see who potentially can be influential. So they look at the social media influencers now. That's why they call them influencers. Even with how social media was constructed, the way they constructed it by giving you followers.
Control.
Psychology is one of the largest areas when it comes to who they pay in the U.S. government. Psychologists, because they study the psyche of the people. So you think you are somebody because you have followers. You don't have no followers. You have people who admire you maybe, but you're followers, meaning they are going to do what you do. They're going to listen to your instruction. They're going to go behind you and take your steps. Most people are not willing to do what they see others doing who they admire. But that's the game. True. They gave you followers because now it will blur the lines around who really is a leader and who is not. So I noticed that and I said, well, no, they have to character assassinate because they no longer have to really physically assassinate because they've already destroyed the mindset of the people.
Man!
So simple. You go after a person's mind. Then you saturate the neighborhoods with different chemicals in the food, chemicals in the water, chemicals
alcohol.
In the air. Then of course you introduce certain drugs to the community. You toss in some alcohol, you spice that up, mix it all around, diseases, all of this kind of stuff. At a certain point, the people overall are in a position where we got high blood pressure, we got diabetes, we got these different cancers. Good. We're letting them take themselves out in a way where they accept it. They're killing themselves slowly. We don't have to worry about an insurrection or someone rising up. We don't have to worry about that because a lot of you are not even in control of your own eating habits. You ain't disciplined enough to come against me. You can't stop eating a burger. That's how this enemy works. Yeah. He looking at you, rah, rah, rah. Hey, y'all wanna go to KFC real quick? He like, I got that. Good show. Go ahead and get that chicken. Right. Yeah, no, serious. Right. And we don't pay attention to that. That's why I get sick and tired of hearing people when they talking so much saying, you know, I'm the one, I'm the this, I'm the. It's like, brother, y'all don't study no history. You ain't nothing. We have not built like those of our ancestors who came before us have built at a time where they had less technology, less access to things that they didn't want. So we don't need to be running around here with this little badge because we got a few numbers on his networks that he gave you.
They can be taken away.
They can be taken away like this. I've watched it happen multiple times. So to a degree, how free are you really? Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't overestimate yourself when you're on this enemy's platforms and think you something now. Get up and speak out against him and watch exactly how quick that water dry up. So the physical assassination doesn't necessarily need to happen because they've already taken us out in those other areas. But they're still watching, still very watchful. I always know your enemy's watching, but they're
always know. Man, this is I'm finna repost this. If y'all see this on my Instagram, y'all know why, bro. Everything he said, I'm gonna say this, I'm outright. This is one of the best reaction videos somebody have seen in general, bro. This is one of the best ones I have ever seen. I have ever did a reaction to that. All the time y'all see me doing content, this dude right here just spoke down everything, dissected the entire everything existence, whatever you want to name it, bro. He did it. And I respect it 100%. Everything he's saying is true. No matter how much I could sit here and make it seem like I'm in control, bro. They make you feel like you somebody. They don't have to assassinate us no more when they making us do the work ourselves. And it's starting with us mentally and emotionally. If they can attack the inner us, just imagine what we do to our physical self. Just imagine how many people are physically hurting themselves because of what's going on with them mentally, emotionally, through social media. They gave us a platform. As soon as somebody speak on against it or speaks some truth about something, what they do, they take it away from us. And what we want to do. Not saying that it's intentional, it's just they messing with us mentally. Man, dude did everything he did and he preached this entire video, bro. I don't even really know what else to say. Like, if we really can't speak out against because they're going to show us who really in control. That doesn't just have to do with social media. That's anything. Who is really the boss? Like, social media was invented just to, like, the reasons he's saying right now. giving us followers, making it seem like that we're really important, drawing a thin line between influential and just some people knowing you. And then they let us know who we really is when they take it away from us. Like, bro, this stuff is, dude is preaching, man. Dude is speaking, man. Whoever he is, Rizza, Islam, this dude is speaking some facts. Shout out to him.
I love you just the same. But for the people that do want to hear it, these videos are going to be here. Because in this dark world we're in, I've noticed a pattern in what is being represented. People think that this stuff is just a game. There is a reason why you see people dressed up as Satan. Not just, like Satan slipping himself in a little bit. No, full on visuals of Satan, people dressed as Satan, dressed as a demon, got upside down crosses all on their clothes or pentagrams on their clothes. And people are just like, oh, that's funny. It's, we're making fun. No, there's a reason why the entertainment industry is doing that, y'all.
Facts.
They know good and doggone well that God exists. They also know that Satan exists. They're just counting on the fact that y'all don't know that. But either way, the things that you take in, that they're feeding you, those things affect you. Whether you realize it in the moment or not, they affect you. That's why they do it. Entertainment industry, it's about influence. I'm not going to sacrifice the honesty in order to be politically correct. I'm going to sacrifice the honesty in order to be politically correct.
You have to be willing to sacrifice. She's speaking facts in this. I actually like this video. Don't ever think that people just doing stuff just to be funny, man. And there's some videos where I said that, like, oh yeah, Muggs they probably just trying to be funny or trying to troll. I feel like a lot of laughter and a lot of things that they do underlining have a lot of substance of what they're really trying to mean or what they really trying to get across. You can believe it or not, but I genuinely believe what she was talking about and what she was trying to reference to about saying a lot of stuff that y'all see Elon Musk. Just think about it. One of the richest guys wearing some crazy stuff like this. Where it at? Hold on, I gotta find it right quick. Y'all saw what he was wearing. I think she wearing some stuff like this with an upside down cross. And then you got him, this guy releasing some, these was the Nike Air Maxes. I think it was like 93s or 89s or something like that, that supposedly had real horse blood or some blood, or goat blood or something within the sole of the shoe. And you saw this, like, that stuff has meaning, and they really mean the stuff that they saying behind this stuff. Like, don't ever just think it's a coincidence, man. The greatest, like she said, the greatest, she said it right here. Where it go? The greatest trick the devil ever played was having the masses believe that he did not exist. I'm gonna let that sink in with y'all.
Take a look at this. It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
A plane appearing to hang in midair over San Francisco. Your eyes, they're not playing tricks on you. It's actually an optical illusion called the parallax effect. So when you're moving past another moving object and it appears to be stuck, the video has gone viral with some people calling it a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, I wonder if it's still there.
No, it's not going to be no glitch. A lot of people were confused. How is the airplane doing this? This might be a cargo plane, because I actually lived in St. Louis, Missouri. That's where I'm born and raised. But I live by the airport, and you literally see this all the time when you go down the highway. I think it's like 370 or something like that. But you go down the highway, and you literally see, you can see the airplanes just sitting waiting to land because they don't have the green light to land, which is how are they able to do that? If the airplanes is able to go forward and backward, how are they able to hover or go really slow at a pace to where they're just still up in the sky? I thought they were going so fast to a point that they were up in the sky and they were balancing the wind. So if they're able to just sit and not fall straight, that is pretty crazy. And it's something to know that how did they make a spaceship to where jets can just keep something going forward, unless they got one jet going forward and one jet going backwards. But wouldn't that like make it spin in a circle? I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, this ain't nothing different. This ain't no glitch or nothing like that. I've seen this even since I've been younger. This is normal. I promise y'all.
Wake up. Do our eyes deceive us? I guess if you have a conspiracy mind, it makes sense, right? Yeah, we know the symbols and they still throw it in our faces. Makes sense though, right? The halftime show is one of the most viewed events every single year. What a time to harvest the energy from the masses, right? I know, you'll call me crazy, then still deny the symbolism. That's Madonna's halftime show.
Oh.
She pops her top and we see what her costume really is. Understand that sports in general are used to specifically preoccupy our minds with stuff that doesn't even matter. So you think basketball is safe from this? This is the Staples Center, aka the Lakers Arena. You guys catching what that looks like? Because it looks a lot like a reptilian eye to me. Yeah, you call it a coincidence until you see one of the biggest stars in basketball throwing up the same exact symbols. Oh, and what are those? What does that mean? If you know, you know. And I know you know. They don't hold rituals here. It's all just crazy speculation, right? Wake up. Do our eyes...
Hey.
I think that we've been lied to about a lot.
Imprisonment to find the lost city in the Grand Canyon. But anyone who goes looking should expect a response. When Jerry and Kathy's team tried to explore the area, suddenly an unmarked plane appeared. Clearly they were being watched. Despite this part of the Grand Canyon being a no-fly zone,
it's a no-fly
and the
zone?
fact that no aircraft is allowed to fly below the rim, a plane appeared. Jerry Wills is convinced this was a warning. His team was unable to continue their expedition. Exploring the cave from above is almost impossible. But what about exploring it from below, as G.E. Kincaid did? Another group of explorers tried this. As they approached the location, a black helicopter showed up. Not a tourist helicopter, not even a black civilian helicopter, an Apache combat helicopter. When this team explored the area above, looking for the ventilation shafts Kincaid wrote about, and possibly a way down, they found cement blocks in the middle of nowhere.
What?
Some of these blocks are platforms near the edge of the rim with hardware and anchors that would be used to assist mountaineers. When asked about this, the authorities say these are reinforcing structures to prevent rock falls. Also in this forbidden zone, rock formations have unusual names. There's Isis Temple, Tower of Set, Horus, the Cheops Pyramid, and Ra. There's also the Manu Temple, the Buddha Temple, the Krishna Temple, and the Shiva Temple, and many more names that refer to ancient Egyptian and Hindu cultures, cultures that specifically have myths about a god helping civilization after the Great Flood. The official word is, the fact that these names exist within the Grand Canyon's no-go zone is a coincidence. But I don't really believe in those. Do you?
Wow. Wow. Hey, that is a good question. Do you believe in it?
What is the hidden meaning of Times Square? And how does it relate to the satanic? Times means to multiply. The multiplication sign, also known as the times sign, is the symbol X. X is the 24th letter of the alphabet. (24 equals 6 when you add up the numbers. And now, the word square. Square means to multiply by itself. For example, 5 squared is 5 times 5. So X represents both square and times, making that triple X or triple six. Hence the old triple X rated movies. According to James Traub, Times Square is the devil's playground. No wonder why Disney came to the rescue. Yet again 666. Nothing to see here. So what's next to Times Square? Hell's Kitchen. And what's next to Hell's Kitchen? The garden. As in the Garden of Eden. Now we know why New York is the Big Apple. And what do we know about Lucifer? Lucifer was a glorified angel, but fell from heaven to establish his own kingdom. According to the scriptures, Lucifer is the morning star. The term Lucifer is Latin for light bearer or light bringer, hence the name, the morning star. Every New Year's Eve we perform a ritual at Times Square, as we marvel at the bright ball of light descending down from high above. Lucifer, the light bringer, otherwise known as the morning star. Enter ye in at the strait gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Welcome to the Matrix.
I feel like they can be pushing it here. I kind of let them give it time to explain, but also it could be a hidden in plain sight type of situation. You know, I always tell y'all that a lot of people always talk about the world below the streets of city of New York. You know, how it's so much stuff that goes on in New York and that we don't know about, just underground. Like the underground world of New York is honestly dangerous. And a lot of people don't talk about because they're not higher elites and things like that. But I don't know, this could possibly play a substance as to why things are named away. And what he ended up explaining towards the end of the video when he got his point across, it made a lot of sense of what he's saying. But at first, I'm not gonna lie, when he's pulling out the street names and trying to make it make sense, the 2 and 4 plus 2 plus 4 equal this, like it wasn't making sense at first to me. Makes sense now, just a little bit. So y'all let me know if I'm pushing it there, or does that seem like a situation where it's just hidden in plain sight? You know what I'm saying? And send me anything where else revolving around Times Square. I really haven't heard too much going on with Times Square. But I guess once again, it's because they're trying to hide things in plain sight. But y'all can let me know down below, please.
I keep trying to tell y'all, stop eating this Seedless shit. So my coworker ended up bringing me a watermelon the other day just because I love watermelon, and I finally cut into it. Like, what is this? Honestly, it feels like flesh. This looks weird. Hey. This right here, like, what is this? It has holes for seeds, but there are no seeds in there. And the fact that I could just rub my finger across it like that is even more alarming. And then, like, this
stuff look like rubber.
Y'all, please stop eating this Seedless stuff. It is not good for you. It doesn't even smell. It has no smell to it whatsoever. I even tried to give it to my dog, and he was like, yeah, nah, I ain't finna eat that. Cause what?
Stuff looks like rubber.
What is this?
What the?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I keep trying to tell y'all.
Yeah, throw that away. I stay away from them GMOs.
First watch the video, then let me know how you feel in the comments. Wake up, America.
In this country, of every state, is 2 states. You have the state of Nevada and Nevada State. You have Cal State, California State, and State of California. Not the same thing at all. California State, according to the law, is one thing. State of California is totally different. Has nothing to do with each other at all. It's the difference between being a lawyer and an attorney. Has nothing to do with them at all. It's totally separate words, means totally separate things. Consequently, when you understand how words and terms are used and symbols are used, then we go back to the idea of the court. And as I said, there is no law in this country on any books that applies to you. None. All law in the Western civilization applies only to cooperations, co-ops. All law applies only to corporations, period. Across the board, no other, end of sentence. Consequently, there is no law that applies to you personally, so consequently, the system has made each one of you a corporation. And how now do you distinguish which one, when someone's addressing you, that they're addressing you as the one that your mother gave birth to, or the corporate you? Very simple. According to British law, when you sign your name, upper and lower case, that is applying to your body. Your flesh and blood self is spelled, according to British and American law, upper and lower case, capital letter, lowercase. That's you, your personal self. There is no law that can be applied to an upper and lowercase name, period. No law at all can be applied to an upper and lowercase name because there is no law over you. Therefore, every piece of important bills, insurance, driver's license, identification, taxes, I don't care what it is, if it's a piece of business, period, in any kind of way, shape, or form, your name must, by law, international maritime admiralty banking law, your name must appear in all capital letters.
Wow.
You will never get a bill or anything that has your name upper and lowercase because there is no law that applies to an upper and lowercase name, period. So if Sears is going to send you a bill, if you go into Baskin Robbins or Sears and you order a pair of shoes, what are you going to do? They're going to give you a ticket, and you're going to put it on your bill, and then they're expecting you to pay the bill. And consequently, they're going to charge you. Well, that's the same thing. You go into a courtroom. They're going to read out the charges, and the cop gave you the ticket, and you have been charged with speeding or whatever, and therefore you have to pay the charge. Well, once you understand that in America...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He's preaching on this one. He's definitely preaching, and he's getting there explaining how the government works.
He's a guy.
Wait, what?
What? It can't be the Rapture. If this were the Rapture, I'd be floating up there. And so would the slow janitor.
Actually, I never truly accepted Jesus into my heart.
Kids, I'm Ricky the Raptor, here to tell you about the Rapture. The Rapture is the beginning of the end of the world. It starts with all true Christians floating up to heaven.
What about the sinners that are left behind?
Well, Jojo, they get to witness the second coming of Jesus.
Come on now, this is crazy. Well, that concludes today's video, man. Hey, this was pretty lit, and I actually enjoyed this one, man. And y'all gotta let me know down below as well. If y'all enjoyed this video, please let me know y'all real honest opinion. You know, I'm open to constructive criticism, man. I'm never the type of person. I'm never the type of person. That boy, let me know if I need to rap. I'm never the type of Nah, all jokes aside, man. That was pretty funny though. Hey, y'all let me know y'all honest thoughts and opinions on this down below. Like I was saying, man, make sure if y'all enjoyed the video that you get this video a huge thumbs up, man. The more thumbs up this video get, the higher that it rank, and spam them comments down below, man. I'm not stopping nobody. Spam them with hearts, blue hearts, whatever you want to do. You made it to the end of the video, just spam it down below. We finna break this algorithm, man. We finna break this matrix, man. Let's get it. Let's go.